A marriage made in heaven. Oh, I'm sure it will be. So what we just saw there was a big lie. You'll see what I mean in a few minutes.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
All right, let's go. Come on, pierogies.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my...
Yeah, sometimes people just talk shit. Investigate Ray's Cafe.
Any more than staying in the garage makes you an ID.
Can you drive to this one?
As always, pierogies. Wherever you are. You should come... Oh, he went through the other door. Look at him. Look at this jackass go.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. Anna Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How do you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Like, what? That's a weird conversation. Anna being the, girlfriend or wife? I don't know what their relation is with Gabriel from the last case. Also, that's unique dialogue. That wouldn't be in there if you didn't have the DLC or weren't playing a complete version.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Vic is a white male named Lester Patterson. Walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here. Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
All right. Let's pick up his hat for no reason.
I landed on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind.
Sort of? I'm not sure. Maybe I don't remember it correctly. Look at these $1 bills. It's like $20 back then. I don't know.
We can notify next of kin.
See how when he said that, they showed his wedding ring off? Cinema. California Fire and Life, Lester Patterson. Blah, 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 January 5th, so yeah. This is the beginning of the year. What that was the case with the guy who tried to fake his death, who bought was it the hog that was on January 4th? Alright, dear Mr. Patterson, it is with great pleasure that we acknowledge the receipt of your application 14F, and pre-approval has been granted to raise the weekly premium of your life insurance policy from $3.70 per week to $5.90 per week. This raise became effective January 1st, 1947. Where our standard veteran care policy entitled you to a lump sum of what the fuck?
Patterson has life insurance.
So yeah, basically his life insurance went way, way, way up. Suspiciously up. And now he's dead. How perfect.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Hood ornament's not that common anymore. But yeah, I can imagine. Maybe that's one reason why. Now this always like struck me as weird, the way this scene is set up. Now granted, I am
Body traveled
fortunate
a good
enough
20
to never have witnessed a hit and run in person. I hope I never do. But we saw him get hit, like right about here. This is where he got hit, where the initial blood is.
A long way from the body. The car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
See, I don't know the exact physics behind it, but he kind of like hit the front of the car, kind of like tumbled over to the back, and then got propelled forward. But I guess like the implication is that the car was going so fast that like when he hit here, kind of like fell to the second half of the car, and then when he fell forward, he went bam right here.
Careful where you step.
And then just slid and slid and slid.
I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
All right, quiet corner. Now, speaking of potentially important evidence, luckily I played this so I know exactly where it is. This might be relevant. That's one hell of a hood ornament.
A knife covered in blood. Could be a steak knife. This is a hit and run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen.
One covered in blood.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
Now, as I recall it, this scene is actually like really picky about making sure like you
So the
look at
driver
everything
managed to
before the
brake
music
before
goes
the
away.
impact.
So we checked out A, B, and I guess C as well. Yeah. Guess I didn't look at everything on him.
Never the same, are they?
Also, there's one witness to talk to. Got anything on you? Nope. Or you looked in his pockets. Was there something on this hat? I don't think there is. Say something, Cole. Or not. Okay. If I walk over here, I imagine the music... Yeah. When you're not in the, like, actual crime area, the music just kind of keeps on going and going. Or rather, it stops when you get out. Looks like... Did someone add that tag when I found the knife? I guess so.
All yours.
All right, we'll talk to her. Maybe it'll go away after we talk to her.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Why can you just not tell me the truth?
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the
Look
newspaper.
at the bartender.
I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things are pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of
Yeah,
the
there's still something I'm missing out here. The hell is it? Bet it's like some unimportant bullshit. Not this, though. That's important bullshit. Wait, can I talk to our coroner friend? No. And it goes away the second I walk out. What the hell is it? You checked out the tire skids.
Just when I think I've seen it all.
Blood splatter. The streak. The body. Do I want to spend intuition just for that? Let's see, I think you can only hold 5 at a time. Is that what that means at the bottom? Sure. It's over here-ish. Is it on the other side of the bar? Oh, this counts. Talking to him counts. No, it's the newspaper. It's the fucking newspaper. Shrink to the stars. Promises mental breakthrough.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can, unfortunately, be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Seems like a stand-up guy, this Dr. Harlan J. Fontaine. Zelda chime. Where is it? Not gonna play it? Well, the music didn't come back, so I guess I did it. Now hold on. Because we got a phone prompt.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Thanks, operator waifu.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Wrong way. Okay, let's talk to the bartender. Who's also clearly an actor from somewhere I quite pinned down.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Doesn't seem like you're telling the truth there, Dudley.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Huh.
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo.
The owner.
The owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
You fucking liar.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Don't say that with such a smug face. Alright, we're done here. I just fuck with the coroner some more. Talk some more shit on me. I'll get in his way. He's not gonna say anything. I remember him getting really mad at me the first time I played the game. He gave me that, like, little snooty line more than
You're
once.
behind the wheel.
Oh, interesting. We can come back here? This is Ray's Cafe, right? Yeah, Ray's Cafe.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Let's go to the Patterson residence. This is one of the trickier cases in the game. I don't think I've ever done it completely right before, because there's like a weird order you can do things in.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
I think in this version they've changed how the time of day works. Yeah, I seem to recall that this scene would take place in the morning no matter what, but it's still night out. Or like at least really early morning.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
3 years ago.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
God, this is way too convenient.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of
Did
an
he
oncoming
now?
car.
Wait for it. Yeah. He sure did, didn't he?
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Oh, yeah. You mean the money that you just gonna get for his life insurance policy?
Being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
Bitch, I served in the Marines.
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit and run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just
Oh, I know you're
leave.
gonna have an interesting day.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Cole's face. You're all right, pierogies. Oh, no, wait. I can use their phone, too. Fuck you, bitch. I'm not leaving yet. Just try to kick me out. Where the hell is your phone? Oh, there it is.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I
What is
help,
up with
detective?
horse racing in this universe? Why is it so, like, exciting?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
Thanks for your help.
All right.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Let's go to the Sheldon residence, actually.
It's a lucky break getting a partial ID. These cases are usually dead in the water after 24 hours if no one comes forward.
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Sure. Never back your enemy into a corner. That kind of stuff.
Right. Well, in a hit and run, the perp is already in flight. It's easier to keep going. It takes a degree of moral courage to stop and accept responsibility.
You're not as dumb as you make.
Well, that was as dumb as LA Noire just made it by frickin' bugging out right there. Ruined Pierogi's nice little moment there. Also, his hat's just kind of clipping through the roof of the car, but that's alright. Now, let's not knock on the door. We'll just wait for the guy to come out 3 hours later or whatever. Also, his apartment has double doors. It's a fancy-ass apartment. For a murderer.
That's the son of a bitch right there. William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Perfect plan. Listen, if I was about to run from the cops and I was holding a suitcase, a luggage suitcase, I'd do the same thing. Well, say goodbye to that light post. Good luck paying for that, LA taxpayers.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Yeah, at least he kind of hit that car. This chase scene does have like an endpoint, but I know you can stop him before he gets to it.
No wonder he killed someone driving like
Right,
this.
I forgot I could turn the siren off.
Enough games.
That makes
Phelps.
audio
Take this
editing
guy
a lot
out.
easier.
Don't let that asshole get away.
Now, whether or not having the siren on changes like the traffic behavior, like whether or not that causes cars to move out of your way, I don't know. The AI in the open world in this game seems to not be the greatest. Gotcha, fucker.
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
And thankfully, my car has no damage.
You can drive.
So, where you want to go?
It's alright. It's Pierogi's car anyway. Let's go to the morgue. Ray, that's that guy's name, right? The mortician. He's a cool dude. He shows up a lot. Horse racing. It's a big theme for some reason. But it's not nighttime. Why are we going through the night entrance? Whatever.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Nope, sorry, got caught on your butt there a little bit, Pierogi. It just... Okay. For a second there, I thought he was going to phase through it. I was like, oh my god, let him just clip through that door. That'd be great. Just like T-1000 his way through there. No, I don't want to drive. Damn it, get out of the car, Cole. I'm not driving there.
You're behind the wheel.
Why would I want to drive anywhere? Again, if you drive, well, I guess there are two benefits. One, you get the street crimes to show up randomly. But I kind of think that if I do those, I'll just... Like, you have the option to go back and play cases, and one of the options you get is just the ability to free roam and do the street crime stuff, so I might do that. The other advantage, if you care at all, which I don't, is that there are a lot of unlockable cars you can find hidden throughout LA. You can kind of like GTA collect them. It's pointless.
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
Not anymore, he's not.
Very good, Lorna. Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how
look
good
at him
it
just
could
spitting
be,
everywhere.
all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up.
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do with it.
You think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake.
Well, he shot.
Too late, Sabo.
I don't even know. No, that's not him. Shit. I super screwed this up.
Next time,
Oh.
you're mine.
There he goes. I know how this ends. I think it's possible to stop him before he does what he's about to do.
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Oh, that's as close as you could possibly be. That's horse shit. That's okay. Oh, watch out, truck. Don't stop or anything. I'm not a cop. Alright. We might see a bug. It's a bug I've seen in the PC version. He takes a hostage like an asshole.
You come any closer and I will pull the trigger.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Come on, come on.
Help me!
Yeah, look at her just freeze. Look at her freeze. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Game's so dumb.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
I totally didn't shoot him there. What the fuck? I popped him right in the head. Why does he have a big wound in his gut?
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Man, I'm so disappointed I didn't get him to stop with the gun when he was running down that alley or whatever. Oh, I was so close. I was so close. A lot of city damage. That's like $1 bazillion in 1947. Another visit to Ray's, and you would have seen what Leroy was prepared to do to avoid jail. That's the message I've gotten several times, and I don't know what it means. You can do this in a different order. Interesting. All right, let's look up the trivia. The case was inspired by the true story surrounding the death of J.D. Chitwood in 1944. It may also be inspired by the 1944 film Double Indemnity, where the two protagonists intend to kill off the female lead's spouse to claim the insurance money. The case's name may be a Rockstar reference to Grand Theft Auto 3, where Fernando Martinez said while presenting his marriage guidance that the union between a husband and his bride is made in heaven. It's also possible that the case's name is a pun, referring to Lester and Lorna's less than idyllic marriage situation. No shit. If you wait until Leroy grabs the hostage and kill him, there's a GMC pickup on the left for you to take if you haven't unlocked it yet. Huh. Who cares though? To Aaron Phelps, and Michael Gladys, who plays Dudley the bartender, are co-stars on the television series Mad Men. See, that dude's in Mad Men. Cole and Bukowski will talk about the console cars case on the way to the crime scene, yep. The initial investigation for this mission begins at night. For some reason, however, the Brady Games guide for LA Noire shows the mission starting in broad daylight. As the game guides are often compiled using pre-release versions of the games, it's possible the mission was originally intended to start during the day. Even if Phelps was told the cause of death by the coroner, he will still accuse Shelton of vehicular manslaughter. So we did that in the optimal order for storytelling. Interestingly, if the player ignores Lorna's request to leave the Patterson residence after the interrogation, they can search the house. If they go to the kitchen, there will be a knife rack on the counter. In it, there are knives matching the ones that killed Lester Patterson. There's also one missing, indicating it is the one that was used to kill him. Unfortunately, Phelps cannot examine the rack. Interesting bit of detail. This case is unique in that it's the only one where all suspects' fates are determined on the player's actions. Depending on which action the player takes, both suspects can end up dead, which what happened to me. One can end up dead, or both can survive. Really? I did not know that. I've never seen Lorna survive before. If the player does not find the knife on the first sweep of the crime scene, and when leaving the Patterson residence, Leroy will follow you out, telling Lorna that he's got a business to run. If you try to run him over with your car, it appears Leroy cannot be run over, and when he makes contact with the car, he will instead say, Lester was a good friend. It's awful that that has to happen to anybody. The first B cop you meet on the scene mistakenly calls Lester Patterson and not Pattison. This could be either an error with the script or the actor, or maybe it's just how he pronounces it. I don't know. Interesting stuff. Yeah, this case has a lot going on with it. It is one of the tougher cases, just because it seems to have a lot of variables, but whatever, when you got 5 stars out of the way. Alright, when we pick up next time, more Adventures on Traffic. We're nearing the end of the first desk. And in fact, the next one might actually be another DLC mission. I seem to recall that there is a really hard DLC mission on Traffic, so we'll see how that slips out. I say slip because the word slip is in its title. Yeah, the next one's really hard. I remember it. All right, see you guys in the next one.